Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a great Sunday so far. I'm just getting some things done, getting ready for the upcoming week. But I wanted to come on here real quick and just to remind you guys that life is so precious. Time is the one thing that you can't get back. So you want to make sure that when you use your time, that you use your time wisely and you don't allow anybody to occupy your space that shouldn't be there. So by that, I'm saying stop forcing relationships that just don't work for you. If they're not working for a reason. If you find yourself in constant battle with this person about trivial things, um, or you just find yourself just not clicking in the major areas of your friendship, there's a reason for that. Don't ignore that. That's there for a reason. We all have discernment for a reason. So when a situation is not working, don't just ignore that. Sometimes the relationship has outgrown where you are, where you've grown as an individual, and you have to respect that, and you have to accept it, and you have to find a way to move forward without any hard feelings, because we're going to continue to grow and to mature and evolve just as we get older. That's just a natural thing. And so it's not about being upset because the situation doesn't work. It's about letting go. It's about giving yourself the freedom to let go of what doesn't work for you in your life. Um, Also, another big part of that is not forcing relationships that just don't work for you. A lot of times I'll hear women saying, to be honest, I've even fallen victim to this myself in the past, where you meet someone, you really like them, you seem to click, but then when you talk to them about, is he looking for a relationship, basically making sure that you and that person are on the same page, they tell you right off the bat they're not looking for a relationship, they're not looking to pursue anything serious. But we as women, the understanding part of us, want to stay anyway. In our minds, it's like, I'll be able to change his mind. That's the wrong idea. And I've had to learn the hard way. If a man tells you he's not looking for a relationship, believe him and have enough respect for yourself to keep it moving. It's not about being mean, or it's not about not giving a person an opportunity or a chance. You want to pursue people that are pursuing you. You don't want to be chasing after someone who told you from the beginning they don't want a relationship. What ends up happening is they tell you this right up front, which is the only disclosure you're going to get. Let me just tell you. If a man is honest enough in the beginning to tell you he's not looking for a relationship, that's the only disclosure in that you're going to get. It's up to you to make the decision if you want to continue forward or not. So when you don't say anything, you don't express the fact that you're looking for something different, then he assumes that you're okay with whatever it is that you guys are going to pursue, knowing that it's not going to be a relationship. So you may spend time together, you may go on dates, he may, you all may converse on a daily basis, maybe not, maybe every other day. You might even be sleeping together. But at the end of the day, what you're waiting on will most likely never happen. You should have that expectation that you should not have an expectation. Because he's kind of set that from day one, and you have to respect that and keep it moving if you know that situation just doesn't fit you. Now, in terms of friendships, sometimes, again, like I said, you outgrow friendships, and it's really hard because if you've been friends with somebody for so long, it's really hard to just stop where you are. And it's not about cutting anybody off. Let me just be clear about that. You don't cut people off because maybe your interests change, or, you've outgrown the friendship. It's not about that. You still have love in your heart for that person, as you should, and hopefully the feeling is mutual. You just have to understand that communication that you all used to have, that bond that you used to have, it might be slightly different. It's nothing worse than meeting up with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, and maybe even for yourself, that you all are not on the same page, but you meet up anyway, and then it's just awkward. You find yourself not really having the same things to talk about. When they're talking, you don't have much to contribute to their conversation, and vice versa. Don't force situations like that. It's not going to do you any good. Pretending as though you still have that close bond and that close relationship just wastes your time as well as theirs. So I just say be willing to accept that certain friendships will outgrow themselves, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. You can't stop your growth, and it would be unfair for you to ask them to stop their growth. And I can say this firsthand because I know where I'm at now is completely different to where I was a couple years ago. My interests have changed. My mindset has changed. I have more of like a business mindset and like really wanting to grow financially, spiritually. And I know that not everybody is going to feel that, and I don't expect them to. I literally just respect where people are. And, I'm always open if anybody wants to contact me or whatever the case might be. But I'm just in a place where I know that God is like really, really growing me into the person that he wants me to be and has created me to be. And because of that, I just can't dibble and dabble on a lot of stuff that I did before. Not saying that I was ever, just out here wilding. A lot of y'all that know me know that that's not the case. But I will say that I could tell within myself that I'm transforming my mindset, what I'm trying to do, what I want to do going forward with my life, career-wise, financially, spiritually. And I've had to come to the point where I respect that not everyone is going to feel it. When you're transitioning to that next level, you're elevating to that next level in your life, just know that not everybody is going to be able to come with you. And that's not to say you've gotten too big, you're too big time for the small people. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. But not all the time when you're growing, the people around you, whether it be family or friends, are growing at the same rate that you are, or maturing or evolving, or however you want to put it, at the same level that you are. So there might be a point in time where you kind of feel like you're by yourself. But just know you're in the season that you're supposed to be in. Not everybody is going to be in that same season with you. We all got to, ride our own wave at the end of the day. So again, I just come to you just to say, don't force relationships that don't work for you. If it doesn't work, it's not working for a reason. That means God has another plan, and you have to keep it moving. Just know that you're not keeping it moving to be mean or to seem like anybody is beneath you. You're elevating to the next level because that's where you're supposed to be going. And not everybody's going to be on the other side when you get there. The good thing is the right people are going to be on the other side. It's going to be no more having to sift through the chaos to see who's really for you and who's really not. You're not going to have to worry about that. When you get to where you're really supposed to be, when you get to that level, the right people are going to be on the other side waiting on you. You're not going to have to fight or force that situation. What you have to know and understand is that when you're at that complacent place, you're not really doing much. You're kind of going along with what everyone else is doing. Everybody's genuinely comfortable. But the moment that you start doing something different, maybe you stop doing some of the things that they're doing. Maybe you start pursuing a different career. Maybe you start read more books. That is going to make other people uncomfortable. There's no way that you can get around that. Anyone who's doing something different, it's gonna feel weird. And think about it like this: have you ever heard someone who was like financially set, had themselves together, in every way, shape, and form in their life, and then they heard about someone else who was also doing well? You never hear them say things like, oh, well, why did they get that big house? They don't need no luxury vehicle. People like that, they're not paying other people that type of attention. You're going to feel absolutely uncomfortable when you hear of someone else doing well, because it's a reflection on yourself of what you could be doing, what your potential is, but you're not doing anything with it. Obviously, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable about where you are, because you're going to match or compare, I should say. You're going to try to or attempt to compare yourself to where they are. And I don't think that you should look down on a person who doesn't have, or look up or down to the person that has more. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's up to you to make the difference. It's up to you to make a change and say, you know what? There's something I've been wanting to pursue. I'm going to start today. So I just want to come, like I said, and remind you guys of how important and how valuable time is. Use your time wisely. Maximize the moments. And only allow people to occupy your space that, benefit you, who pour life back into you, who you can benefit from, who challenges you and challenges your mind. Don't allow dead space. Don't allow people to occupy your time that aren't worth or worthy of your time. So that's my word for today. I hope that helps someone. And I hope you guys are about to have an awesome week ahead. Click like at the bottom of the video, whether you're watching this on Facebook, Instagram, and definitely click like if you are watching this from YouTube. Again, subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be the first to know if I have any videos coming out. As of right now, I'm going to try to do videos every Sunday and maybe during a week, just depends. I don't try to plan anything to talk about. I literally just talk about whatever comes to me, whatever I've been dealing with, or whatever I've heard someone else dealing with, just to kind of bring those things to you in hopes that it's going to help inspire you to make a change and do something different with yourself today that your future self will thank you for. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I will talk to you soon.